Welcome to a special midweek edition of Hosta La Vista, the podcast devoted to the world of hostas and the people who love them. We're bringing you highlights and field reports from the American Hosta Society's annual convention. Whether you were there and want to relive the magic or missed it and need to know what went down, like me, this one's for you. While I'm reporting from the comfort of my own shady garden, 3 trusted Hosta La Vista operatives are deep in the field at this year's convention in Peoria, Illinois. I asked each of them to send back their own personal dispatch, honest takes on what's blooming, what's buzzing, and what's blowing up at the auction. I'm living vicariously from a distance. Mandy, however, is living her own kind of dream. She just unboxed a pristine Gunther's prize from Brian White this morning and hasn't stopped grinning since. She says it's the most exciting mail she's received all year. Sorry, Christmas cards. We've enlisted 3 brave souls, Alisa, Tanya, and Julie, as our unofficial, unpaid, uncredentialed field correspondents for the convention. They've been tasked with bringing us the sights and the sounds, or at least, a solid plant tip and maybe some light gossip. So grab a lemonade, find some shade, and prepare to experience the Peoria convention from the sidelines, like me. Enjoy. First, the pod caught up with former guest Alisa Bowe Lenhardt as she was picking up her winning leaves in the judging rooms. She gave us a quick tour. The video will be posted on our Facebook page.
All right, so we're at the American Hosta Society Convention in Peoria, Illinois, and they're starting to clean up already. This is the best in show seedlings and stuff. So I'm going to turn the camera around. There we go. So here are Mike geese. Yep.
Oh, look at that. Does it say what its parentage is?
It doesn't. It just says margin variegated first place class 2 and best of show.
Wow.
Yeah, they're cleaning up this room, so I'm just gonna sorry. This one blew me away. It's gigantic. Look at this thing.
Holy cow.
I want to do this.
Oh.
So you can get perspective.
It's massive.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you into the leaf show in a second. It's right next door to this, but I don't even know what these are anymore now, but
wow.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.
I know. Here's another award, second place class 3 yellow, Bob and Justin Getsky. I don't know if that's how you say their name.
Yeah.
But they're, look at the stems on that. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, bright red. Wow.
Here's another winner, Bob and Justin. Second place class 5 red petioles. Here's my geese again, first place class 5 red petioles.
So pretty.
Gorgeous. Yep. I don't know what that is. Here's another Bob and Justin. First place class 6 blue. Another gigantic.
Wow.
I don't know what, but they're amazing. Look at this.
Oh.
I mean.
Wow.
Here's another Bob and Justin. Second place class 7 streak splashed misted. I mean, really.
That's incredible. Mandy's going to wish she could see that one.
Well, it's recording, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. First place, class 9, first year seedlings, Bob and Justine again, or Justin.
Oh my gosh.
And then here's Bob and Justin again. Second place, class 9, first year seedling. I mean,
wow.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully I don't make you sick, but I'm going to walk you.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Beautiful little hotel. They have a nice little photo booth set up because the theme was double feature.
Oh, that's right.
It's AHS and this area. So we're walking into the leaf show and they're starting to clean up.
Oh.
Okay, here you go. These tables were packed full. So mine are out there somewhere.
So did you do some judging?
I did do judging. Look at this thing. Oh my God, I love it.
Is it in glass
in water.
or something?
It's in water.
What?
And this is artistic design. This one with the theme.
Oh, cute.
Ribbon. Huge.
Wow.
Never. So.
I mean, there are hundreds in that room. Just hundreds.
This is Dick and Jean Barbie. They're classic old school Ohio judges.
Nice.
Been in this business stuff forever.
Wow.
Oh, look at that midnight oil. Oh, it's shiny. You can't
Oh,
really see
it's
it so much.
so pretty.
Okay, here's some troughs. Look at this cute little. Ah,
That's really cute.
sweet.
So they have whole plants there too, then, not
Well,
just
this
leaves?
is a different container class.
Oh,
So
container
this one is
class.
a
Okay.
trough arranged from a four effect. And right
Wow.
here is Marilyn, who is won an award yesterday. Marilyn, say hi. Hi. This is for Hosta La Vista podcast. There's her best in show, or
Oh,
no,
it's
head table. That's
wow.
and she also got an award yesterday at the banquet. Oh, here it is. Oh, look.
Oh my gosh, that ribbon's as big as any of us. That's amazing.
And award.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. They're so nice, Alan.
Wow.
You
Look
know,
at all
well, funny
these.
is what I do. Really cute little dog memorial.
Oh.
And then I'm going to take you over here real quick. Somebody
Yeah.
did an educational display.
Oh yeah.
You reap what you sow. Really well done. Also got a grand award for that, I think.
Wow.
All right, here's the room. Oh, and there's my sister Karen. My sister.
Hi, Karen.
This is the large leaves. Look at that. Oh my Lord.
Oh my
I gotta go through it.
gosh.
Hi, it's okay. No problem. A little video going on.
Wow.
That's all I think.
So just real quick before you go, tell me your top three favorite things you've done this weekend.
I'm gonna turn this camera around so Karen can also give you her opinion.
Okay.
This is Karen, is this your second convention?
I think it's my second or third.
So now that you're together, can you tell me just like real quick your top three favorite things you did this weekend?
Hornbaker Gardens.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My favorite number one was the sleeve show.
I love the arrangements, the leaf arrangements.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the for artistic design.
Yes, artistic
Yeah.
design.
I loved Hornbaker's garden too. It was amazing. My third favorite was probably today's garden tours this morning.
I like looking at seeing the leaves that won first place.
Yeah. I got it
that's
first.
great.
I got it first.
And did you win anything in the auction?
I won the I Heart Hostas basket. I thought I was winning the dog basket. I was the only one that bid on it all weekend, and then I came and there was someone I bid on it at the last second. I also won Purple Rain from the silent auction of a Wisconsin nursery that was in Bending. I think that's all I won. Oh, and the live auction last night, I won one called Party Favors. Me and another girl split it. So
Nice.
we bid together, and then after it was over, we took the pasta and split it. And she's taking half back to Boston. I'm taking my half back to Pittsburgh.
Cool.
I also won one called Designer Jeans, which I don't have, but that's the parentage to my plant, Juanita Lisa.
Yeah.
And also I won one that was the 2023 convention plant called Iowa Dreaming.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, it's really pretty. And it was a good deal. And everyone's like, yay, Most of the
Awesome.
people that were at the auction got that plant given to them. So they didn't bid on it. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah.
were at the auction, they were at the convention.
Are they doing one for this year?
They did this one. This year's was called Prairie Land Memories, I think.
Oh, okay.
I haven't made the label yet for my garden, so
Okay.
I would know that. But
Well, thank you, Alisa, so much. Have fun the rest of the
you're
weekend.
welcome. Yeah,
Okay.
my pleasure. Okay, bye.
Bye. Next, we found correspondent Tanya Refshauge, who had a few things to say about the speakers and auction. Tanya, it is so nice to hear from you. Thanks for being our on-the-ground correspondent at the American Hosta Society Convention in Peoria. So you've made it back from yet another day of the convention, and you're probably tired and sweaty. What did you take away from today?
Oh, goodness. Today was about garden tours, and the organizing committee put together an awesome slate of homes where individuals hosted us to traipse through their yard and gardens and take in all that they have worked to create. And I'm truly inspirational, honestly, the variety and the creativity with which these homeowners have poured into their properties hostas and other companion plants. It was gorgeous. And on such a crazy, hot, stifling day, I'm super grateful that hostas grow in the shade. So we're not standing in the sun looking at roses and daylilies. Um, so people were delighted and it was gorgeous. Going home with a lot of creative ideas and a lot of work for my husband to help me with.
I love it. I love it. So, garden today. So, was yesterday more the convention items and competitions sort of things for you?
Yeah, so people were commenting that there was a crazy number of leaves submitted this year, and the room was packed. It's awesome. So yesterday the leaf judging happened, the seedling competition, which was awesome. It's blind; you don't know who submitted what. So we all got to weigh in on the seedlings, and there were a couple seminars we got to hear from some experts about kind of what might be coming on the horizon when it comes to breeding of hostas. And then we
Ooh,
also,
what did they
yeah.
say?
So there was a little air of secrecy and suspense in his presentation. Don Rawson took us through the complicated aspects of like family, genus, species, blah, blah, and in sort of a layperson sort of way, helped us connect the dots. Innovation needs to kind of push the boundaries. Even some of them feel a little kind of like Star Trekky, from leaf shape to deterring deer and rabbits to creating or expanding perhaps the climate in which these hybrid plants might be able to grow and survive. It can be kind of exciting. Sounds like we've got science-y kind of people that are trying to do that.
Oh, definitely. So what else did you notice or love about the convention?
There's people from everywhere. Everybody has stories about how they came to appreciate and sort of obsess about hostas. And so this is my first convention. So as I've
Oh,
been walking
nice.
around, yeah, meeting people, it's a standard, easy question to open a conversation to be like, where are you from? And how did you get hooked on hostas? And so it's really interesting listening. I mean, there's folks of all different ages from many different states that have been kind of on this path for a short while and some that have been on for decades. And everyone's super excited about the plant and what it can do and their design in their gardens. And so there's just a lot of energy around that. I feel like I'm with my people.
Oh, I love it. I'm with my people. That's the best phrase right there. Because it's a friendship plant. And if you imagine an entire hotel full of friendship plant people, I mean, talk about a great place to be. That's wonderful. So, so it's your first show, which is amazing. That's great. You've got me beat by one. So, I take it you're happy you went.
I am. I'm super grateful that I went. Like many people, I have a family, I have children, I have a full-time job, and I've wanted to go for many years. And it's always easy to put others' needs first. And our son did graduate this year. So I said, this is going to be about mom. I put it off. Mom gets to be the priority. And thankfully, my family that doesn't really understand this obsession, but just goes along with it. Um, I prepped them. They've been prepped for months that I was going to be
Oh.
gone. And it's been awesome. I'm super grateful that I put myself and my interests first this year and that it worked for my family.
Oh, I'm so glad. So, did you pick up any new hostas while you were there? Are you going home full with a trunk of new plants?
I have an SUV. I packed totes and gallon container holders, and yes, I have quite a few I'm going home with. The auction was thrilling and exciting last night, and I managed to get a few things there as well.
Can you tell us what you got?
I can. I snagged one of the Gunther's prize. There was some fast heartbeats during that part of the auction. I also got a fingerprint that I probably paid way too much for, but it's A, for a good cause, and B, it's been on my list for quite a while. I also got Brave Attempt, which I had but lost. This last winter was pretty brutal on a lot of perennials, especially in Minnesota, and I lost I lost more than I want to count. So
Mm-hmm.
I was able to replace that. And little tidbit, it's actually my birthday today. So I went to the vendor and the vendor show. And I also bought myself a Montana moonshine and goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh, what a great, okay, first of all, great plans. And second of all, great way to spend your birthday and buy yourself something special that you know nobody else is going to buy for you. So that's really great. Wow. Well, any last takeaways before we let you get back to your life?
So I'm not really a big people person, which seems super weird because here I am going to a convention where I don't really know anybody, and just took a leap of faith and said, well, we all have this lovely, obsession in common. And I think it's a wonderful experience that folks, it's very different than a regional or a state kind of meeting. So I would encourage everyone to give it a whirl when it's fits in their life and their family and their travel capacities, and save up money for it. Definitely save up money.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tanya, for being our correspondent. I really appreciate talking with you and safe travels back home.
Hey, thanks so much. Good luck. Continue with the podcast. I'm excited to keep hearing what y'all are doing.
Thank you. Finally, the podcast connected with our Northern Alabama Society correspondent, Julie Lewter, who had some great insight and some words of wisdom.
So today on the tour, Alisa and I were touring in two different vehicles. But anyway, we probably had, I'm going to say, of the 330 attendees that are registered, I would say at least a good 240, maybe or more, toured the garden.
Wow.
It was pretty hectic, but so we met out there and stood and talked for about 20 minutes, and it was
Oh,
really warm here today, shockingly, weather
that
they didn't anticipate.
that's what I hear. It was a very sweaty, hot day. But so did you go to more than one garden or just the one?
Today it was 5.
Oh my gosh. So what was your favorite of them, or what did you like the most about them?
So all the gardens were beautiful. The best, well, there were two gardens that I preferred. And the two that I preferred the most were, I'm a very organized gardener, so I like organization, and they were just totally beautiful. The first garden we saw was just picture perfect. I mean, it was spotless. It was beautiful hostas, all kinds of coordinating gardening plants, topiaries, seating areas, some of the most beautiful seating areas. She had set up several photo booths, like type shot areas, where there were benches with like quilts and pillows thrown over them and tea
Oh,
sets. And it was really pretty.
wow.
The second one that I liked was more comical. It was very funny. Um, they had themed it with Sasquatch. So there was Sasquatch everywhere you looked, pretty much. I mean, he was peeking out everywhere. It wasn't really obvious, but some of the things were just too cute. Also, they had 7 water features. And some of these water features were so, I actually took pictures of some of them because they were so beautiful. I'm going to try to incorporate a few of those in my garden.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, I love the idea of Sasquatch everywhere. That's really great.
Well, one
Oh,
of the signs, I don't know if I should say this or not, what it was a big sign like a yield sign, yellow and dominant, and it said, warning, Sasquatch mating area. Please uh, move with caution. And it was so funny. We just laughed, but
oh,
it
I
was
love
it,
it.
it was a very large garden, one of the largest we toured, and it had 2 cottonwoods in it that were, I'm going to say, a good 200 years old. They were phenomenal. I think most of us tree huggers hugged the trees more than, than anything.
I love most of us tree huggers. Hosta people tend to be tree people. I mean, really, you can't have hostas without trees. That's just it's a fact of life.
He had probably, I would say he may have had 75 to 80 conifers, and they were all just gorgeous. I mean,
Oh,
they were really healthy.
oh,
So it
that's great.
was a beautiful garden. I highly recommend it. It was really cute.
So tell me about the convention itself. When did you get here? What did you end up doing?
So I left my home at 5 o'clock in the morning and drove in. It was almost 9 hours. I arrived about 3:40. Checked in, went and checked in at the convention, came to the hotel, checked in, and it was a pretty straight shot drive. Construction was not great, but other than that, it was a straight shot up here.
Okay. And did you enter anything or were you strictly here to enjoy the show?
So I was strictly here to enjoy the show. I have entered in the past, but this show was a phenomenal show as far as competition went. This show had, and I didn't get a whole number, but I'm going to say probably close to 1,000 leaves in the leaf show. The trough show had about 15 or 20. The design show part had almost as many. I mean, it was a large, it took them a long time to judge this time because there were so many entries, but there were some beautiful leaves, beautiful hostas, beautiful seedlings. It was great.
Did you attend the auction last night?
Did.
How was that?
So there were 130 auction items donated, and the auction raised a lot of money. There were some really unusual plants, stuff that there's no way you could ever buy. A lot of OS plants,
Yep.
a lot of unusual gardening plants. And it ranged from hosta to just other plants like it was a dogwood compressa, curly compressa. It was probably 3 feet tall, but it was about the size of a 50-cent piece straight up. It was just a remarkable plant. There was a lot of unusual trees, shade plants, and things like that. Pottery, Italian pottery. I mean, it was great.
Did
I don't
you
know how much they actually raised, but it was a lot.
Yeah. Did you bid on anything?
Oh yeah,
Are you
yeah.
kidding me? Yeah. So
Oh
let me
well,
ask, did you win anything?
no, no. The group I was with, they bid. Our table did. I would say we probably spent several $1,000s, at the bidding. But most of my group from Alabama are newcomers to AHS.
Mhm.
So this was their first experience, and they really did have a wonderful time. They had never bid on anything like that, and I think they got tired of hearing our number come out because we were everything. We bought books, mini hostas, pots, a hat. I mean, it went varied, but the ladies had a wonderful time. They really did.
Now
And
I hear there was a jacket of some kind, like a sports jacket that had the leaf print all over it.
there was the silent auction hall was covered on one whole wall with silent auction items. And one of the items was a jacket made by a lady who was a hosta grower. And it was a hosta leaf jacket, size small, with the blooms on it to contrast. It was very well made. It was very beautiful. As a matter of fact, the lady that won it immediately took it out of the packaging this tonight and put it on and wore it the rest of the night.
Oh, good for her. Listeners, I'll have a photo of that up on the Facebook group so you can see what the jacket looks like.
Yeah.
So Julie, tell me something else that you enjoyed about the conference or the convention.
Seeing a lot of the folks that we met on our trip, it was very touching because you don't realize until later after you get home how many fast friendships that you've formed and how much they mean to you when you see them again. I mean, literally, when I went into the conference, 3 of the 4 people that we visited on our trip came out and hugged my neck and said, "Oh God, it's so good to see you. How are you doing?"
Oh.
True proof that Hosta is really the friendship plant. To me, that was a wonderful thing, along with getting ready to take care of business for some other stuff that we don't get to do, and taking our group. We had 7 that attended from our region. A lot of regions only had one person. So it was great to see that and to see them pretty much enveloped in the friendship group of everybody. Nobody there, I wouldn't think. I mean, we probably made 45 new friends, today that we added on Facebook. That to me, that's great. The plants, yes, they're great. But the network of people who truly care about hosta and the growing of hosta and the friendships that they make along the way mean a lot to me. They really do. So, I mean, that was the great thing. As a matter of fact, 4 of them just text messaged me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed getting a picture with you." I made I didn't make a lot of pictures, but a good many pictures. But
Yeah.
also seeing people that I knew. We had one of our members won the leaf show, and he won best in show, and I'm terribly proud of him. He's great. The leaf was beautiful, along with a friend of his who won 4 best in shows. And then one of the guys that we went to on our Midwest trip, that his wife is the one that came out and greeted me. He won best in show for seedling. And he actually just teared up. He said, "It's so good to see you," And that was just from a one chance meeting, and we spent a day with them. They're
Was it
just great people.
was that Mike from the Hosta stop?
Hmm.
I saw a photo online of his seedling that won. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, Mike and Kelly Geis from the Hosta Stomp. Yeah, I mean, there were some great, 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 great seedlings. I mean, it was just phenomenal. You know, you see all the new plants coming out. Another thing that we brushed on that was real interesting is Don Rawson gave a
Yep.
speech, and it was on where we're going with hosta. And I think he really stirred a lot of the hybridizers to want to do this because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but there's going to be some changes coming down the pipeline for hosta that really excite me because the potential is unlimited to how we may change it. I mean, hosta is it is the most sold perennial in the U.S.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy. It is 2-to-1 sold against the second best one in the U.S. So that tells you that the market is there, that people like it, that it's a wonderful garden plant, and they trust it. So it's really going to be really interesting to see where, over the years, we've gone with variegations, colorations, now red,
Hmm.
different color flowers, different shaped flowers. Now it's going to be hosta that can be planted in groups. It's going to be some unreal flowers for sure, some unreal leaves, and a deer resistant hosta, vole resistant hosta, a hosta that can tolerate full sun, and a hosta that can do without water. It can actually live aridly, maybe. So that's going to be really interesting. And to me, I'm a big science nut, so that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, that is super exciting. In fact, the other correspondent I had on right before you, her name's Tanya. She was kind of giving me this same rundown a little bit, and she was saying that the crosses that they're going to be able to make in the hybridizing coming down the road is just phenomenal. And she and I talked about how my sister and I had David Bowe on the podcast this week. We've recorded with him, and his episode will come out next Saturday. He was just talking about how hosta, in comparison to a whole bunch of other perennials out there, is still in its infancy as far as hybridizing goes. I mean, the American Hosta Society only started in 1968. That wasn't that long ago. And, if you compare it to irises or daylilies or peonies, something that's been hybridized for hundreds of years, boy, just imagine what it's going to be like 50 years from now. What are hostas going to be capable of doing? That's pretty
Well,
exciting.
he's correct. Um, he had several very choice hostas at the sale. I met David, we did on our trip, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to interview him because he's a lot of fun. But the other side of the Hosta convention, of course, the tours are great, uh, but the camaraderie. I mean, it is awesome to see people, and some of you go to a function and you see people get together and you realize that they don't get along with each other, maybe, or they don't have conversation, or they're in direct competition with each other. But everybody tonight and last night at the banquets were able to communicate, laugh. We cried as a group. We stood up and cheered as a group. But it's just great to see that people come together, and they might disagree on a lot of things, but the thing that they do disagree on is that you'd never tell them that a hosta is ugly.
Yeah.
You know, or you never criticize somebody's plant because they're all wonderful. They're all hosta. So
Yeah.
that's great to see. And I think the ladies that came with me were really astounded in the fact that we have a larger club than most. We have about 90 members, which is, in a small club in a town, is a huge amount.
Mm-hmm.
And we are very close with all of our members. I'm telling you, we are just super close.
Mm-hmm.
And so for them to see that some of the clubs, got up and didn't have a lot of attendance or whatever, they were just really proud of the fact that we came out and did this, and that was their first time. And I'm excited for them. This is not my first time, but it's not my 10th time either. I'm kind of a newbie as far as that goes. Hosta is not new to me, but 40-something years in Hosta, but the meetings and the conferences and stuff is a little different. But I had good mentors. And that's another thing that I liked about it, is the mentorship of everybody. Nobody turns their back on mentoring you. If you have a question, they're open and honest, and they help as much as they can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's a really unique group in that way, and I think you're right. I mean, the fact that it's called the Friendship Plant, it didn't get that name by accident.
No. There's no other plant out there that you gift somebody with that truly, and we talked about it a while ago. Barry Unke won 2 awards. He was double awarded tonight. That's not something that happens very often. He won the Alex J. Summers Award of Merit, and then he won, I think it's another one. It's another merit award. But to hear him get up and speak and talk about the fact that his first hosta was a plant that his father gave him, I think, and said he got it, and he came home and said, "Hey, you want this?" and gave it to him. And he said it was a blue, and he said, "I planted it right next to my doorstep." And he said, never a day passes that I don't pass that hosta after all 50-something years and look down and realize where I started with that and what it caused, and how many friends I've gathered from it and how much we've shared. And it does make sense when you think about it, because my mother-in-law gave me my first hosta, and there was not a great relationship with us. But I still have those. 43 years later, they're still in my garden. I still walk out there and look at them every day. They don't all survive, but generally, most of them do. But it's kind of neat and everybody could relate to it in that room. Everybody in that room. I mean, we all cried as a room. I mean, you're talking 330 people down there, and we're all relating to the fact that we know what he means, that was unusual, but it's really not, because when somebody gives you something like that and you are constantly involved with it, it just becomes a symbol for you. So,
yeah, definitely. Well, Julie, thank you so much for chatting with me. Is there anything you'd like to, leave a listener with from the convention?
Definitely. If you're not a member of the AHS or a regional or a local group of hosta clubs, I highly encourage you to get out and find a club and join. And if you don't have one, we'll help you make one. It's a wonderful organization. All of the support that you can lend an organization, even a small role, makes it a better organization. And this group, an organization, has a wonderful support network. But everybody can gain some kind of knowledge, or some kind of, even if it's just buying plants, okay, making your garden space better. Gardening is therapeutic. Putting your fingers in the dirt, taking pride in what you grow, is definitely worth every bit of it. And the friendships you'll build along the way are worth the benefit of it. So get out, do something, join a club, find
Yep.
a friend. It's like you and I talking here.
Yep. That's right.
So
I agree. You couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate it and have safe travels home.
all righty. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.
Take care. Listeners, I hope you enjoyed our field coverage of the convention. Mark your calendars for next year when the convention will be in Dublin, Ohio, June 11th through the 13th. See you there.